What's up, all you beautiful people? It's race day, or race weekend, actually. The first race of the weekend is in. We're in Canada for some Montreal F1 action. Make sure you stay up to date by hitting the subscribe and get notified of all the excellent videos you get right here on the Vazslap channel. Without further ado, ladies and gents, let's go racing. Well, ladies and gents, back to some racing. Before we do that, though, before we get into anything, I need to show you this little cutscene that I did. I did record. Well, I wasn't actually recording the race, but when I realized something great was going to happen, I did manage to get this little cutscene. Have a look here quickly.
Yuki Tsunoda really put in a brilliant drive today.
An inspired strategy from the team there. What a well-deserved win that was.
Well, they've been waiting for this, haven't they?
Of course, last time out we were at Jeddah. You can see I'm a very happy man, thanks to the historic win for Yuki Tsunoda. Hey, look at that. Yuki Tsunoda winning in Las Vegas, baby. Absolutely fantastic. Piastri got in the 11th there. And not only did he win the race, he also won the sprint race as well for Las Vegas. Don't know if it actually comes up here, the sprint race. Doesn't show the sprint weekend, the results. But that's where we came. First for Las Vegas. I should have actually come back for the Las Vegas one. It's a track that suits our car much better than what Jeddah did. Where Yuki did pick up third, though, for that one. In Singapore, though, it was a little bit of a different story. Yuki finished 6th after that historic win. Piastri finished off in 11th. With Mexico City, Piastri got into the points in 4th place. Tsunoda had an accident, and it's cost us a lot of money to fix that mistake there. It was not great. And then Monte Carlo, we just didn't have a good race at all again for Yuki. But Piastri did manage to finish 5th in the end. Yuki finished down in 16th. We've got Montreal next. It is a sprint race. We've got another double sprint race coming up. We're only going to do the Montreal one. I'm not going to do the Bahrain one. I really hate the Bahrain track. I really do. But we're going to do the Canadian one. Now, it does say it's going to rain on Sunday. And that's not great for us because we're not really good in the wet. In terms of car performance, we're currently sitting in 12th and 13th. Our high speed is really bad, but we are busy fixing that. That'll be fixed in about 2 days, and then we can manufacture the rest in a few. So by the next race, we should be A-okay when it comes to that. In other news, though, Bird and Tsunoda are not on the best of terms at the moment, so I might look to replace Bird next season. I have just scouted a few of the guys here that we're having a look at. Someone like... what's going on here? There we go. Oh no, that's the wrong place. Race engineers is where I wanted to be. I have scouted a few of the guys there. So we do have Bird, who is ranked quite highly. These all expired. Can we not scout them? Let's see if I just scout the top 3. Thought I'd scouted them. I must have not clicked scout Dudley. Let's scout Dudley as well. 2028, his contract expires. 2028 as well. 2029. So these two have got long-term contracts. Also 29. 26. We can look at Slade as well. He's not a bad option. But anyway, we're going to scout those 3 for now. Anyway, with that being said, our team is looking good. Piastri's development, that's what I wanted to show you. It has been a little bit negative He dropped 1 bar, or dropped a little bit. Not overall, luckily. He's still on 88, but his development is going nicely. His overtaking and his defending have been improving a lot. What he did drop, though, unfortunately, was his smoothness. It's gone down to 81. So that is something we're going to keep an eye on. But I still want to develop his overtaking and defending. He's not really good at defending lines at all. And I suppose his smoothness could actually do a lot better. So actually move to race strategy. We'll do that one for him. And then Yuki's development has been absolutely fantastic. Everything except his control in the 90s for what we were doing. And I want to now start doing his like cornering and smoothness and adaptability. If we can get those all into the 90s. In fact, we'll do pace as well. Because braking and cornering, I think, is key. His smoothness isn't that bad. Yeah, we'll go with the pace short runs. 88 cornering, 89 braking. We can improve that a little bit. Our affiliates, we did figure out that 2 of our other guys have signed in for sports. Pepe Martin and Paul Aaron have both joined in. Schwartzman has decreased, though. Even though it says everything enthusiastic, I don't know how he's decreased, but his overall balance has just gone down. So it's something just to keep an eye out for that. Ladies and gents, let's go racing. Piastri, I'm going to go mid-table. I think we can finish 8th and higher. We're currently 9th on the grid, so I feel like we can overperform. This is the type of circuit that does suit the fast cars a little bit better. Tsunoda, we're going to go 11 and higher. I do think Tsunoda has a bit of a faster car than Piastri heading into this race. Of course, we're going to do the sprint race as well. It'll give us an idea of really where the vehicle is at the moment. We're going to move on to the sprint race. I'm not going to do the sprint race qualies, on camera at least. We're just going to go straight into the sprint race and then maybe do the qualies for the main race. Well, we have the sprint qualifications up and running. No big surprises in the first round. Only Pato Award in the first round, I suppose, was a bit of a surprise. He did get stuck behind one of our cars, which cost him time. In the second round, again, nothing too shocking. Maybe Norris. McLaren just hasn't been quick in this session. And then the final, you can see Yuki qualifying in first by almost 100. It was close. It was close. He didn't even have to put in another lap in. That was nice for the first one because we have been really quick throughout 3. And Piastri coming off in 5th. Could have actually gone 3rd. But he was cost behind Logan Sargent. It was a bit of an incident where Logan locked up and Piastri got caught just a little bit under that. I think Sainz was the other one that got caught in just behind him as well. The two of us sort of finished together. But with that being said, it is sprint race weekend. I'm going to put both of them. Tire compounds. What do you have? You've got, for the main race, you'll have 3. Don't actually want to give you a soft. I want to keep the softs for the main race. Although we're going to be in wets, right? Yeah, we're going to be in wet. So, you know what? Yuki, put on softs as well. Let's go. Let's go. We're going to do soft race. Right, it's race time. Let's go. Yuki on pole.
Lights out, and away we go.
Piastri back in 5th. Yuki off to a good start. Good solid start from Yuki. Piastri coming in, fighting hard with Sainz in that 5th and 6th position. He has lost the spot in there.
Yeah, we saw.
Tsunoda's through though. I don't know what he's complaining about, that Verstappen didn't leave him space. But Piastri's got stuck behind the Sainz there on that one. This is going to be a good sprint race, I think. It's a type of circuit that really does suit our vehicles quite a bit with all the straight line speeds. There's a couple of corners, but they're not fast. They're not fast corners at least. The 3 main ones, so the hairpin at the bottom, the 2 DRS one, the other hairpin at the top there, and then the S-bend just before the first DRS zone is quite good. So Stroll's developed a mechanical fault. That's not going to bother us too much. So Tsunoda, how far behind are you from Verstappen? Verstappen's closing in. Verstappen's Ferrari is a faster car, by the way. We don't have the fastest car on straight line speed, but we do have a driver that's very keen on putting in the work and getting there. I'm expecting a top half finish at least for this race and for the other race.
And DRS enable.
All right, Verstappen's put in the fastest lap of the session already, showing full intent what he intends to do with us. We need now Piastri to try and get ahead of Carlos Sainz. Tsunoda is entering that first DRS zone behind Verstappen in a very, very tight spot. Need you to defend a little bit. He's going to have the DRS. This is a very short DRS compared to the other two. Tsunoda does a good job there. Piastri's taken over Sainz while I was watching this.
Able to take a look here. Right, let's follow the action now at turn
And here we
7.
go. Well, thanks, trees.
Decide to give it a
Cuts
go.
on the inside. Beautifully done. Takes Piastri. Sainz, rather.
And
Piastri
fifth
takes
place after
Sainz,
that.
though. And he gets 5th place. Beautifully done. Piastri can now focus on trying to get ahead of Russell and put a bit of space between him and Sainz. That is the idea. Tsunoda's putting in some times, isn't he? He's keeping Verstappen behind him. Verstappen will have the DRS on the long straight. Tsunoda's moving, guys. Tsunoda is moving. This nice little medium speed corner goes off a little bit wide there from Tsunoda for my liking. Tsunoda's pushing, and Tsunoda can push now. He's just put the fastest lap in there, showing him, and then Piastri comes in and puts his fastest lap in there. There you go. There you go, son. Piastri now coming on the inside of Russell. Oh, that was close, but a beautiful move, nonetheless. All the action in this first 3 laps of this sprint race. He's now trying to catch up to Ocon, who is just behind Ocon. He should take him here on the DRS.
Next guy in front is Ocon.
And just like that, he's taken Ocon as well. On 1 lap, taken 2 positions. Absolutely beautiful. Now the question is, can he catch up to Max Verstappen?
How are the tyres?
Tires is okay. Sake.
You okay?
Yeah,
Guys, I can't believe it.
This one is involving Yuki Tsunoda.
I can't believe it.
Tries to get by. Has to be said, that was
He locked
pretty
up.
risky. I imagine their confidence will have taken a knock.
Oh, man.
And for the crew watching on in the garage, that really
Yuki was doing so well. He's back on the road now, but he has taken a huge knock.
You are doing a good job.
Verstappen also lost
So at the
a lot
moment
of
you
positions.
have
He lost
P3.
4 positions. Does mean now Piastri now can try and get ahead. But that was a bad knock from Yuki.
And charge button on.
Everything else is fine though, no other damage. Need you to harvest more though, you don't have much pace. He's still fine as well, just checking. Yuki also gets a 5-second penalty for that. He locked up and just unfortunately knocked into Verstappen. Just deploy out of here. Start catching up to Gasly. Thing is, if we can catch up to Gasly, everybody else is within about a second all the way up to Verstappen. So we do have opportunities to try and get in there.
Is Verstappen.
So that's the plan. Verstappen's busy trying to cut back onto his lead. Ocon found himself in a really good position right now all of a sudden. Didn't he? That was just horrible. Oh, that was horrible.
Use the energy.
Right, Piastri's struggling a little bit for pace. I've had to put him on conserve just to try and get the fuel back to normal. And with that, it's opened up a little bit of a
No
gap
lead
between
off needed.
first and second. But I think he's got the pace to cut it back down. We're going to have DRS on Verstappen. Verstappen won't have DRS on Carlos Sainz. But I feel like we've got the fast enough car to really cut that speed, that gap down.
Your battery is great.
We should be able to take Verstappen back here. There we go. Piastri's put in a monster lap there. That was good from Piastri. That was good from Piastri. Get in, Piastri. Now we need to catch back up Sainz. Couple more laps to do so.
Alright, let's concentrate.
As long as we can stay in the conversation towards the last laps, we should be good. We're catching him up here.
Copy.
Deploy out of here as well.
Use DRS.
And as we come around the hip, and should have the DRS on Carlos Sainz.
Okay.
Yeah, we've used all our battery there. We have to harvest a bit more. We're gonna have DRS. I mean, sorry. This is a good opportunity. Yeah, she's looking at the inside. Little double DRS here to catch up, put some space between. Ocon has taken over Verstappen on the other side. It's so close between Piastri and all the way down to basically Van Droon right now. It is just so close. In fact, they're all about to catch Tsunoda. The big train behind Tsunoda that Zhao and Hulkenberg and company have really put in some times to catch Tsunoda. Tsunoda just struggling right now for pace. He can't push the tires as hard as he wanted to. The fuel isn't looking great. And he's just using up all his ERS. Yeah, she's still sitting behind Sainz.
Copy.
Oh, Ocon just sneaked through. I did not see Ocon coming through there. We should get him back on the DRS. Although he's got DRS on Sainz as well. Not see that. Woo! Woo! Piastri! Let's go, son. Let's go! That's how you race, Piastri. That's how you race. Guys, Verstappen has been absolutely fantastic here. He's fought back hard. He's taken over Piastri's third spot. Ocon and Verstappen sneak through. Sainz has pulled away in these last two laps. I need to save my battery for that last lap where we'll make the move on Verstappen, but I can't fall too far behind Verstappen, behind this DRS zone, which is what's happened, which is not good. So we need to deploy out of here, try and catch that space back up, and then at least maybe try and get a podium. Ocon has looked very good, hasn't he? Zhao is still chilling 5 seconds behind Gasly. He's made up some time, but not enough, to be honest. Don't know if we'll have DRS on them yet. I don't think we do. We don't have DRS, and Hamilton has DRS on us. Behind us, he's probably going to go past.
Yeah, copy.
He's managed to hold on, but he's need to charge some battery here.
Copy.
I'm going to micromanage this crazily.
Copy.
Verstappen's moved into second now, and he's hunting down Sainz for this last lap. You know what? It's the last lap. Push. Tsunoda might as well push as well. Can't push fuel though, that's the only problem. We can only hope now. We've done everything we can. Verstappen is closing down on Sainz as well. There's a little fight for you guys. Verstappen cutting down on Carlos Sainz. Piastri's lost pace on Ocon. Coming into the final turns. Verstappen chasing down, not going to have enough to take on Carlos Sainz. I don't think so. The finish line is quite far ahead though. Verstappen is going for it. Sainz is defending. Sainz is defending hard. Verstappen has sneaked his way through to take the position. Piastri lost a lot of time in the end. Hamilton trying to catch up to him. He won't make it. Piastri will take fourth.
Flag.
We can just watch Tsunoda come chilling on his own
Nice to get a result.
towards the
Thank you
end.
very much.
Well done, Tsunoda.
Well done. Really good job. Well driven.
Bit annoyed
Easy
about
to
Piastri. He lost pace towards the end. But there we go. A fourth place in the sprint race. That's points on the board. So guys, I did decide to skip the qualies. As you can see, we qualified first and second. We had such a fast car. I mean, we've proven in the sprint race that we have the fastest car. I mean, you can see 11:57. Closest to them was 11:16 and 11:6. Verstappen. We have got a very fast car for this race. This is the type of race that it suits us the best. In terms of strategy, it's a very wet race. So I'm just going to push all out. And it's just about of when do we actually pit. So what I am going to do is, because these take quite some time to get up to temp, I think lap 35 might be the best option. What is that? 28. 28 going to be the fastest I can get? Yeah, it probably will be. And we can push them hard, which is absolutely perfect. So we'll go lap 30. You know, we'll do you lap 30. And then we can maybe do Tsunoda a little bit later, because I don't know why they've given Tsunoda lap 28. There you go. We go to Tsunoda lap 35. That'll be fine. That's like the idea racing. That's what we're going to have to do. It's going to be a very boring race in terms of just pit stops. But, hey, the rain helps a lot sometimes. I am going to apologize just ahead. You know, unfortunately, when it rains, the frame rate just goes all over the place. So if the quality isn't great, I do apologize for that. But here we go. Let's go racing.
Final checks are being carried out by the teams, and it won't be long until we get this race underway. The drivers are ready.
A 1, 2, 4 Vazslap racing. Let's go. We're going hard off the beginning.
Away we go.
And you can see the frame rate immediately is just... Oops, wrong button. Not ideal, is it? When it rains. I'm going to try and show you as little footage as possible. Hopefully there's not enough... There's not a lot of like incidences or anything. And hopefully it just stays as a nice chilled race. 1, 2. That would be ideal. Ideally, I want Tsunoda to finish ahead of Piastri. In terms of just the points for the board and all of that. I think it just makes a lot more sense to have them that way. It is currently damp conditions though. Why did they give me wets from the beginning? Okay, it's going to go from like lap 5 wet, so we're going to have very low grip here. Hello?
Final checks are being carried out by the teams,
And we're underway in the rain in Canada. Of course, it's starting off damp, but it will get worse as it goes on. But here we go. Here we go. Big race there. Sounds like a bunch of bees all flying around. On board with Piastri just behind Tsunoda. Ocon has taken over Verstappen's spot there. That was beautifully done from him. Piastri's just going to be on always defend. And I want Tsunoda to just drive, man. Just drive. Piastri can actually just go low as well, so we don't need to take risks. Of course, the tires are going to warm up very, very quick because it is only 2 millimeters of rain, so it's not wet yet, but there is a lot of rain coming. But so far I just kind of need Piastri just to chill behind Tsunoda. The two of them can just pull away from the slower cars behind us. But you can see the frame rate, guys. I do apologize for that. It's not ideal. It's really not ideal. But yeah, this is our race, guys. This is what we're gonna do. And I think we might actually, we can have an incident-free, touch wood. We should be good. We should be good. Lapping in on lap 30, lapping on lap 32. great. Tsunoda puts in the fastest lap as well. Why not? Why not?
Neutral, John.
Okay, guys, we're back on board with Piastri. He had a bit of a lockup, which allowed Bottas, who was on a flyer of a lap, to go ahead of him. It is starting to rain a lot more now, and it's getting a lot more wet. Our tire wear hasn't been fantastic because of the dryness. Bottas started on intermediates, which is why he's a lot faster.
Update where you can.
But if we just look at this,
Feel okay so far.
it's going to get very wet. Dry a little bit and then very, very wet. So I don't think the strategy that Bottas is on to start with the intermediates is great. I'm not too worried that he's ahead of us. He does have a better tire. What I am happy about is that Ocon is very far behind us. So honestly, I don't even care if Bottas takes Tsunoda at this point. I think it's all about just tire management from here, because once he switches to the wets, he's going to lose a lot of time.
Yeah, copy.
I think he's going to wear out these intermediates very
We
quickly,
need to
and then we should be able to
increase
pounce.
Copy. Remember to click overtake.
Copy.
Virtual safety car.
There's a VSC. That's a good opportunity to just cool tires off now a little bit and conserve some fuel. Gio had a crash. He was right at the back already.
Yep.
I'm not going to affect anybody, but
Leave and go.
he's retired as well. Look at that. So this is a good opportunity for us just to
Drop the tire.
sort everything out again. Bottas is 2 seconds
And charge button.
behind Tsunoda. We're 2 seconds behind Bottas.
Copy.
But I think what this VSC's done is actually helped Bottas a little bit, because the rain is starting to pelt down hard now, and it's going to not stop for a while, and he's getting temps back in his tires. But he's managed the tires quite well. We've pushed our wets quite hard, so we might need to come in a little bit earlier than the
Is he okay?
lap 30 that we suspected.
Nice. Debut on track.
I might have to come in on about lap 20 something instead. So there's not really many where the grip is low, which is fine. And here we're good to go now.
Let's back off.
And Tsunoda can push a little bit harder now with his fuel, which is ideal.
To reduce lifting
And
coast.
Piastri can start closing in on Bottas.
And you can use all the boost bar.
And we've got the rain on our side, guys. We've got the rain on our side. Those intermediates are going to just slick all over the place. They're going to fly all over the place. The track is very wet at the moment, so Piastri should do enough here to get past Bottas. It's officially now a wet track. We should be able to get past Bottas. All right, and here we go. In terms of just tire management, though, the lap 30 and 32 is probably not ideal at the moment. We might have to come in a little bit earlier, like lap 25, depending on how wet it stays and how we preserve the tires from here on out. I'm just getting them up to temp, and then we just go to standard.
Very, very difficult. Alright, let's concentrate.
Need to get past Bottas.
Car management.
A high overtake.
Take care.
But he was on low overtake.
Copy.
This should be enough now to get past him. And just stay on always defend, and then just go back to normal aggression. Tsunoda, you chilling, buddy. You chilling. Actually stay on low overtake. He doesn't need to do anything else. He's good there. He's opened a 5-second lead over second place. Tsunoda's good, guys. Tsunoda's good. He doesn't need to worry.
DRS. No
He doesn't need to
DRS.
worry at all.
Okay.
Bottas is losing pace on Piastri. Ocon is caught up on Piastri, though. That's just not good. Ah, man.
Click overtake.
Piastri's just struggling for pace, guys. In this rain, this tire is not working. It's gotten very dry quickly. all of a sudden, and the tire wear is going through the roof. There was this little dip. We are going to get another 2 more of those little dips, and towards the end of the race as well. And Piastri is just struggling to keep up with Verstappen and Ocon at the moment. Tsunoda's going fine, though. Tsunoda's going fine. Bottas is putting in some fast laps again now because of the tires. He's on the intermediate still. But in terms of in terms of pit stops, I think we're going to have to come in around 24, maybe, if we can push to 24. Tsunoda can maybe push to 30. I'm going to see how far we can push him. In terms of just how long it takes to get in the pits, in and out of the pits. Look at the reports. It's 22-second pit lane. So 22-second pit lane. Okay, well, we're hoping to come out above Lawson. I guess that'll be the goal. We'll have to see. Tsunoda just needs to put in some lap times, and that's exactly what he's doing at the moment. Don't want to push these tires too hard. I'm trying to get the temps down a bit. We're on course so far for a good race. Good race. All right, Piastri is coming into the pit lane for this one. I'm looking for a good time. I need him to get above Verstappen, Gasly. If they can get him out there, that'll be absolutely fantastic.
Oscar pit lane.
Heading into the pit lanes.
Slippery pit lane. Be careful.
It is a slippery pit lane. Look at that. Look at the wetness in there. All right, so we are keeping an eye on Verstappen. He's going to pass us. Yeah, I think Verstappen will pass us in the end. I think 2.5 is not good. Gasly's going to pass us. Lawson, I think, will also pass us. And Bottas. Oh, that was not a good pit stop.
Oh, it's in a good window.
Not a good pit stop. But in terms of coming back and joining the race, Van Duyn is going to pass, sort of stay online with him. I think Van Duyn will pass him the... No, it doesn't. Okay, we get ahead of Van Duyn.
At the moment,
But in terms of front runners, Lawson still needs to pit, Gasly needs to pit, Sargent needs to pit, Sainz and Hamilton and Russell and Ocon and Tsunoda, all front runners except for Verstappen and Bottas need to pit. So this is now Piastri's race to get ahead of Bottas. That is what he needs to do. And that's how he's going to have to get through the rest of this race. Tsunoda is coming in on this lap now. In terms of where he's going to come out, I'm hoping above Sargent. He's put in a very fast time to get a 9-second lead over Ocon. All right, let's see. We're going to keep an eye on Sargent. He's coming around that area now. Ocon will pass him. And I think Russell will pass him and Hamilton. Can't even get above... Is he going to get above Hamilton? No. Surely not. 2.4 lap. That was great. Hamilton's coming around the bend. Hamilton does pass him eventually.
P3.
No, he doesn't.
Car in front, Russell.
It's just Russell. That is a brilliant stop from Tsunoda.
Hamilton behind.
All right, this is our race now to the end.
45 laps to go.
He needs to catch it up. He doesn't really need to push as well, though, because everybody else is going to pit as well. So he can just chill.
Just stay on top of the lifting
He
coast.
just save some pit fuel for Piastri as well. He's caught up a little bit of time on Bottas, which is great. But we're just trying to get these tires up to temp now. Guys, there's a yellow flag. I don't know. Bottas had a lockup earlier. We passed him. Conditions back to wet.
Okay.
This is Piastri trying to take Gasly, and he's taken Gasly. There was a spin on turn 6 from Sargent, which is great. Piastri's taken over Gasly's position now. Ocon is about to pit, which means Tsunoda will retake the race lead. And he can start putting in some space between him and Ocon.
Okay.
I don't think Piastri will catch Ocon. Verstappen will. Piastri can push a little bit, guys. Don't want to use too much fuel, though. That's the only problem.
To increase lift and coast.
Copy.
Where's Piastri coming out? Okan, where's Okan? He's out already, just behind Piastri. Okay, on that little turn there. Okay. Piastri does have a faster car, can catch Okan. Tsunoda's putting in the time now to get ahead of Verstappen. And I think this might be how it's going to end, guys. It is going to get a little bit more wet. There's going to be a sort of dry section and then more wet. I'm only going to start worrying tire fatigueness around here. We're going to start paying more attention. We're good though on tire temps. We're good on tire wear. We're fine. I don't need to worry too much right now. It was bound to happen. Verstappen's got ahead of Tsunoda. Russell got ahead of Piastri. We really struggled with these, in general, keeping our guys on the road. I'm pushing the tires.
Is Max.
It's on 4 to push them. The tires are getting very hot.
The race is on.
We can still catch up to Max though.
All the tyres.
We can do that. Tsunoda's still on course for a good finish. So is Piastri. We know the Ferrari is a faster car than us. That is a fact.
Overtake.
In fact, so is the Aston Martin.
Copy.
But we can't get that into our heads now. We need to just attack Verstappen. Been an interesting race. In terms of tire wear, Verstappen's cooked his tires a lot more. Okan and Russell have managed to save their tires a lot better than we have. They did put a lot later than us. So they have been pushing their tires through the damp sections. But there we go. Tsunoda now goes ahead of Verstappen. Only temporarily though.
Your battery is ready.
Copy.
But this is the race now. We're going to, like I said, I'm trying to show you as little footage as possible because the frame rate is just so bad and no one likes to see that. But I'm bringing you all the action at least. At least. Alright, we're starting, the rain's starting to come down a little bit harder now. We've opened a bit of gap on Verstappen. That's Iwasa that we just passed. Okan is very close to Verstappen as well. The rain has picked up again now. It's starting to rain a little bit more. I don't want to increase the pace just yet until it reaches at least 4 millimeters before we increase that. And according to my weatherman, it should increase in a minute's time. So after this lap, we should be a little bit better on the wets. Verstappen is struggling a little bit for pace. He's cooked his tires to try and catch us. We've done well to manage those tires a little bit. Piastri, on the other hand, has struggled to keep his tire wear out. He will be a little bit of a concern in terms of his race pace. He is got a decent margin ahead of Sainz, so it's all about tire management now. The rain is coming down harder. We're doing well. We're doing well. 4 laps to go. There's about a second behind us is Verstappen. Piastri will pick up 5th, which is great for Vazslap Racing. A 1st and a 5th would be ideal, actually, in terms of the team scores. But this has been a fantastic race for us. Even though Yuki had a spin, he somehow finds himself almost 2 seconds ahead of Okan, who took over Verstappen. And we're approaching Norris behind now. If we can get past Norris quick, that should be absolutely fantastic. And hopefully Norris, who's that? Norris, Albon, Stroll and Hulkenberg, if we can get past them quickly, we should actually be fine in terms of traffic. But I'm happy with this race so far, guys. I'm actually ecstatic about this race. Temps are coming down, which is good. The rain means the track is getting wetter. We should be good. And it is the final lap. One last time around Montreal. And Tsunoda will take pole in case anything happens. He is absolutely flying at the moment.
Copy.
The tire preservation is what was key, as Verstappen fell off badly with his 25%. Caused Russell to pass him. I would say Piastri was in striking distance, but Piastri was quite far behind to catch up to Verstappen. But we're on board with Yuki Tsunoda, who will pick up his 2nd victory of the campaign. His second pole position for Vazslap Racing. The second ever pole for Vazslap Racing. He led the race from start to finish. With a little bit of Verstappen switching places every now and then. I think Okan went first for a bit as well. But it has been Yuki Tsunoda. Clap him in as he comes down the second final straight. Big ups to Yuki Tsunoda. Taking the checkered flag. The last little chicane comes across. And Yuki Tsunoda is the winner of Montreal! Beautiful race from Yuki. Let's watch Piastri as he comes across. Piastri will come across as well, get the 5th place.
Into the pit lane.
And that is an absolutely fantastic race for Vazslap Racing.
Checkered flag.
Podium as well, I think.
What a moment for Yuki Tsunoda.
It was Russell and Okan who get the other 2 spots, so we do get to see a podium this time. The first race we couldn't see because Lawson was on the podium. But we get to see a podium now. Yuki Tsunoda. Does Okan not have a face? Or did I click skip by accident? I clicked skip by accident. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I thought if you click skips, just goes to the next page, which would be the presentation. Well, Yuki Tsunoda has picked up 25 points for Vazslap Racing and himself. In terms of drivers, now we've caught up a little bit on Carlos Sainz. But what important is we put a little bit of space between us and Okan. Not ideal that Okan came second, though. He does get the 24 points. What it also means is Piastri does move into the top 10 now with his 15 points. He moves up 1 spot, closing in on George Russell and Bottas, Gasly and Lawson, all with 63 points. So it's very, very close there. And in terms of constructors, though, we do pick up 40 points from that race. Of course, Red Bull and Ferrari are way, way ahead. But we have opened up a bit of a gap over Williams, which is ideal. DHL standings, we didn't have a very fast pit time. What is that? I was 2.5 and 2.46. 2.42 was the quickest, the slowest of the quickest. So we're still sitting at the bottom there. But one day our pit stops will be fast. We also get 1 million buckaroonies for that one. Piastri did... What is that DNF for Piastri? What? He's given us the money for finishing 8th or higher. But it says DNF there. That is weird. Okay. DNF? Like, I'm going to check this results. Our front wing is also done, which is absolutely fantastic. Montreal? Okay, no, it does say Piastri 5th. I don't know why it says DNF. That is another victory for Yuki Tsunoda. What a race in the rain. Of course, I do apologize for the bad frame rate. Unfortunately, it's just the game. We're waiting for the patch to fix that little problem. But we did pick up a victory in Montreal. We'll see you tomorrow for another race. We're going to Barcelona for the next one. So make sure you stay tuned for that. If you haven't done so already, hit subscribe, get notified. Tell your parents, grandparents, lovers, and haters. You know what to do. Your boy, the Vazslap, is out of here. Peace and chicken grease.